let me start today's class. In the last class, we are doing proof by resolution, wherein wherein the example is little bit tough. So that is why I told you to come up with the some simple example so that you can understand it in a better way. So, let me start this class. Actually, there are three inference techniques. There are three inference techniques in logical agent. Number one is forward chaining, another second one is backward chaining, and third one is proof of resolution. So there are three inference techniques in a logical agent. So first one is forward chaining, another one is backward chaining, and then proof of resolution. So let us understand the forward chaining first. What is forward chaining? Forward chaining matches the set of condition and infer result from these conditions. What it means? For example, A is true. You have to A is true is given to you, and B implies C, and A implies B, and C implies D. This is the condition given to you, and you have to prove using forward chaining D is also true. And how it can be done, you see here, starting from A, since A is given to you true, so what is the next statement that get executed is this. If A is true and A implies B, it means B is also true. So once B is true, then uh, if B is true, then C is also true because B implies C. And when C is true, then D is true also because C implies D. So this shows, this is a forward chaining method. Forward chaining means you are starting with the given condition and prove the and move towards your goal. This is what we call forward chaining. Forward chaining means top to down approach. Means you have to start it from the given instance, and you have to prove the goal. You have to move towards its goal. I think we already covered this forward chaining and backward chaining in AI algorithm also. There are two procedure of algorithms. So one procedure is forward chaining, where we started from the given instance and we move towards the goal. So this is the forward chaining. Now let's elaborate the backward chaining. Now backward chaining, it's a backward search from the goal to the condition. This is something just opposite to forward chaining. In forward chaining we move from we move from uh, source to the goal, and in backward chaining from goal to the source. So let us start this. A is true, then B implies C, and A implies B, and C implies D. Means D is also true. You have to prove this. So since it is a backward chaining, we are going to solve it by backward chaining. So what we do is we starting from the D, and let D is true. Let D is true. Let D is true, then C is true. Why? Because C implies D. So if D is true, then C is true. Similarly, uh, in the same way, uh, C is true. Then if C is true, then B is true. And since the B is true, then A is true. Here it is mentioned. You can see in the second last line, C is true, then B is true, and in the last line you see B is true, then A is true. That is the proved. So what is the difference between how forward chaining and the backward chaining? It lies in the fact that in the forward chaining we started from the source and moved towards the goal. And this is the example I think you should have to give in the exam. If somebody asks you what is forward chaining, you have to give this. And similarly in case of backward chaining, you see this next example. See, in backward chaining, in this example we started from the the goal state and moved towards the your source. So this how these two, and these are the called inference technique. देखिए इन्फ्रेंस टेक्निक क्या था कि हमें कंक्लूजन निकालना है. वी हैव सर्टेन सेट ऑफ यू नो एफ दीज आर व्हाट वी कॉल एफ स्टेटमेंट्स। तो ये एफ स्टेटमेंट्स जो है आपके सिस्टम में स्टोर है। आपको उसमें से इन्फ्रेंस निकालना है। इन्फ्रेंस मतलब आपको उसमें से निष्कर्ष निकालना है। तो निष्कर्ष निकालने के दो मेथड हैं। वन इज़ फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग एंड अदर इज़ बैकवर्ड चेनिंग। तीन मेथड है इनफैक्ट, फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग, बैकवर्ड चेनिंग एंड प्रूफ ऑफ रेजोल्यूशन। तो फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग में हम क्या करते हैं, जो हमें कंडीशन दी रहती है उससे हम स्टार्ट करते हैं और गोल की तरफ बढ़ते हैं। तो जैसे कि इस एग्जांपल में दिखाया गया है कि ए इज़ ट्रू। अगर ए ट्रू है तो यहाँ पे देखिए ए इम्प्लाइज बी है तो बी भी ट्रू होगा। और अगर बी ट्रू है तो बी इम्प्लाइज सी है तो सी भी ट्रू होगा। और सी ट्रू है तो सी इम्प्लाइज डी है तो डी भी ट्रू होगा, जो हमें प्रूव करना था। दिस इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल्ड फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग। इसी प्रकार बैकवर्ड चेनिंग में आपको ये ध्यान रखना है कि आपको गोल से स्टार्ट करना है और आपको सोर्स की तरफ मूव करना है, उल्टा है उससे। तो डी हमें ट्रू प्रूव करना है तो हम इसको मान लेते हैं कि डी ट्रू है। अगर डी ट्रू है तो सी भी ट्रू होगा क्योंकि सी इम्प्लाइज डी है। और अगर सी ट्रू है तो बी भी ट्रू होगा क्योंकि सी बी इम्प्लाइज सी है। और बी ट्रू है तो ए भी ट्रू होगा बिकॉज ए इम्प्लाइज बी है। सो दिस हाउ द फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग एंड बैकवर्ड चेनिंग मेथड इज वर्क method worked in inference technique in logical agents. Now the last one, that is a very important, proof by resolution, which we did it in the last class. Now proof by resolution, अगर हमें proof by resolution जैसे करना है तो resolution rules in the proposition logic is a single valid inference rule that produces a new clause implied by the two clauses containing complementary literals. So a literal is a propositional variable of the negation of a propositional variable. ये आपको लास्ट क्लास में भी सिखाया था कि वो नगेट करते हैं, हम जो स्टेटमेंट होते हैं उसे नगेट कर देते हैं। तो सिंपल सा रेजोल्यूशन रूल ये है कि अगर ए और बी और नगेट बी और सी है तो इसका आंसर जो होगा वो ए और सी होगा। दिस इज व्हाट वी कॉल्ड प्रूफ ऑफ रेजोल्यूशन। सो एग्जाम में अगर राइट ए शॉर्ट नोट आता है, सो यू शुड हैव टू राइट दिस विद दिस एग्जाम्पल। सो बाय यूजिंग दिस यू कैन रिजॉल्व द स्टेटमेंट्स. So I hope everybody understand there are three process of inference techniques in logical agent. One is forward chaining, another is backward chaining, and third one is proof by resolution. If anybody have any question, any queries, you may ask me now. Anurag?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Mohammad Asif?
No, sir.
No. Okay, right. And Srishti Chaudhary?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Can you explain, Srishti Chaudhary, what you learned?
Yes, yes. तो इनकम स्टेटमेंट की टाइप की होती है। फॉरवर्ड
Hmm.
चेनिंग, बैकवर्ड चेनिंग, ऑफ रेजोल्यूशन।
Hmm.
फॉरवर्ड चेनिंग टॉप टॉप डाउन लाइक अप्रोच। सर इसमें हमें गोल पता होगा तो हम सर स्टार्टिंग से एंड तक जाएंगे।
Hmm. Yes, आपकी आवाज़ कट रही है, कोई बात नहीं। Let me ask somebody else. Just wait. Let me ask somebody else. Hmm. Vanchika Rai, yes. Do you have any problem in this first?
No, sir.
No. Can you explain what is forward chaining, backward chaining, and proof of resolution?
Yes, sir. So
Hmm.
forward chaining में basically क्या होता है? We are provided with some set of condition and we have to infer the result from these condition. For example, जैसे आपने example दिया था, A is true and we have B implies C and A implies D and C implies D. We have to prove D is also true. So हम A से शुरू करेंगे and by going from A to B, B to C and then from हम starting से शुरू करके end तक हम उसको result prove करेंगे. Whereas in backward chaining is vice versa. We are provided with some set of condition we have to prove the result but हम backward से शुरू करेंगे कि
Great.
like starting from D.
Backward means the from the goal we start.
या from like proving D is also true तो हम D से शुरू करेंगे.
Right. And what about this proof of resolution?
सर इसमें बेसिकली क्या होता है सर, इसमें हमें जो आपने हमें बताया था कि हमें कल आपने टॉपिक समझाया था तो रिलेटेड टू समवट दैट कि हमें लॉजिक इन अ सिंगल वैलिड इन्फेरेंस रूल दिया होगा. तो जैसे
Hmm.
कि आपने एक एग्जांपल दिया था ए और बी नेगेट बी और सी तो ए और इसका
C.
आंसर होगा ए और सी.
Yeah. So it means this B and negate B. they will they can resolve each other, means they can dissolve in these statements, and the result will be this. And if you want to understand this better, you can go for the sets theory. In the set also, this is one kind of formula that we used. So I hope everybody understand this. So let me come back. This is all about this. Now let me let me start one another topic that is again a very important in artificial intelligence. Although this topic is not in our course, but still, without this, uh, I think this is an important topic, and you all must have to know about this. And this is the last topic, about the third unit. So in previous topics we have learned various ways of knowledge representation in AI. Now we are going to learn, what are the various uh, now various ways to reason on this knowledge using different logical schemes. What it means? See, reasoning is what? The reasoning is a mental process of deriving logical conclusion and making prediction from available knowledge, facts, and belief. Sometimes, we conclude something else without a proper reasoning. So in the computer, whenever it selects, it will take some inference. They have some solid reasoning behind that. So, but still, the reasonings are also various types. So reasoning is a way to infer facts from existing data. It is a general process of thinking rationally to find valid conclusion. In artificial intelligence, the reasoning is essential so that the machine can also think rationally as human brain and can perform like a human. So, uh, basically, how to make the machine more intelligent and more like a human being. And like in some case studies, whenever some question comes across the human being, what they do generally, they think about that what the next step you have to taken. Like if I give you a situation to the whole class, so everybody have their own reasoning behind that particular occurrence. But nobody knows what are the different types of reasoning. If you know what are the different types of reasoning, so for a human body, for a human being, they can give any kind of reason. Sometimes it is silly, sometimes it is very appropriate. Sometimes, like when you are not attending class and we ask you why not you attend the class, then everybody have their own reason. Somebody says we missed the bus, somebody says like there is a rain outside, sometimes somebody says there is a traffic outside, somebody says there is a problem in their home. So there are several sort of reasoning. So let us understand what are the types of the reasoning in which. But for a machine, very important, but for a machine, these kind of excuses are classified into different categories. So let us see what are the types of the reasoning. So there are six common types of reasonings. Number one is deductive reasoning, second one is inductive reasoning, third one is abductive reasoning, fourth one is common sense reasoning, then monotonic reasoning and non-monotonic reasoning. So let us do one by one all. So very first is deductive reasoning. Deductive reasoning is a deducting new information from a logical related non-information. It is a form of the valid reasoning, which means the argument conclusion must be true when the premises are true. So deductive reasoning is a type of propositional reasoning in AI, and it requires various rules and the facts. It is sometimes referred to the top-down reasoning and contradictory to the inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning. So deductive reasoning mostly start from the general premise to specific conclusion, which can be explained below like this. Premise first is all human eats veggies. Premise two is Suresh is human, and conclusion is Suresh eats veggies. So the general purpose of deductive reasoning is given below. Like why how this conclusion is getting Suresh eats veggies, because this is something deductive reasoning. With the premises given to you, you deducted it, you calculated it, like all humans eats veggies, and since Suresh is also human, so It means Suresh also eats veggies. So this is what we call deductive reasoning, and you can use this theory. This is a theory and hypothesis, then pattern you see, and after that you have to do the confirmation. So this is a general process involved in the deductive reasoning. Now let us understand the inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning is a form of reasoning to arrive at the conclusion using limited sets of facts by the process of generalization. It starts with a series of specific facts or data and reaches to the general statement or conclusion. Inductive reasoning is a type of propositional logic, which is also known as cause effect reasoning and bottom up reasoning. In inductive reasoning, we use historical data or various premises to generate a generic rule for which the premises supports a conclusion. Let's see with an example. Like premise says, all of the pigeons we have seen in the zoo are white. So conclusion is we can expect all the pigeons to be white. So this is what we call inductive. By the process of induction, you are taking this. All the pigeons that you see in the zoo are white. So we can expect that all the pigeons to be white. Like in here, you see theory, hypothesis, pattern, and confirmation. Here, observation, then pattern, then hypothesis, and then theory. In deductive, you have some certain facts, and then you come to the conclusion. In inductive, you see something, you have some certain observations, and from that observation you conclude something. I hope you understand. And I will explain again. See, डिडक्टिव के अंदर क्या होता है बेटा, जो कुछ रूल्स आपको दिए हुए हैं उसको देख करके, मतलब कुछ थ्योरी आपको दी हुई है, उस थ्योरी से आप हाइपोथेसिस बनाते हो और कंक्लूड करते हो. बट इन इंडक्टिव you see something. Observation is your observation particularly, not the theory. The difference between the theory and the observation is theory is something which somebody tells you, okay, this thing is happen. But your observation is something when you do some practical or experiment, you find it. That is what we call observation. I hope everybody understand deductive and inductive reasoning. And sometimes the difference between these two will be asked in your exam. What is it? How this deductive and inductive reasonings are differentiate from each other. So let us move towards the third one, that is abductive. Now this is again a very important. Abductive reasoning is what? Abductive reasoning is a form of logical reasoning which starts with a single or the multiple observation, then seeks to find the most likely explanation or conclusion from the observation. So let's see with the example. I think with the example we can understand it better. Implication, like cricket ground is wet if it is raining. So axiom is cricket ground is wet. So if implication and axiom is this, then conclusion is it is raining. I think from these two you abducted that it is raining. Abductive reasoning means from which start from a single or the multiple observation. You see the multiple observations together, and you then come to the conclusion. You see the both of these, like cricket ground is wet if it is raining, and axiom if given to you that cricket ground is wet, obviously it means there is a raining, so it is raining. So I hope you understand this also. This is different from inductive and deductive by the fact that in abductive reasoning we have implication and axiom through which we can come to our conclusion. So let's move to the next one, the fourth one, that is very easy and very easily understandable. Common sense reasoning. Common sense reasoning is an informal form of reasoning which can be gained through experience. Like heuristic search, I told you in your, at the beginning of the lectures in the AI series, I already explained this thing. What is common sense reasoning or heuristic reasoning? That you get it from your parents or from your society. So one person can be at one place at a time, or if I put my hand in a fire, then it will burn. So these two are the common sense. If somebody says you have to put your hand on the fire, so obviously you know since fire, if you put your hand on the fire, your hand get burned. So definitely one can't be put their hand on the fire because they have some heuristic knowledge about the fire. So I hope everybody understand this is very simple. As the name suggested, common sense means the common sense of the man that is developed by the experiences of that particular person. So let's move towards the next one, the fifth one, monotonic reasoning. In monotonic reasoning, once the conclusion is taken, then it will remain the same if we add some other information to existing information in our knowledge base. This is very important. The monotonic means there is something, already conclusion which is not get affected if some another knowledge is also added into that. So let's see with the example. I think you can understand it better. Like Earth revolves around the sun. So if you add something about, some more information about Earth, this is this statement still to be true, because like the moon revolves around the Earth, so it doesn't affect, the Earth revolves around the sun, because this is also affect. So another statements will not, affect the presence of the given statement. That is what we call, monotonic reasoning. So there are some advantages of monotonic reasoning. In monotonic reasoning, each old proof will have remain valid, and if we deduce some facts from the available facts, then it will remain valid for always. This is very important and very easy. And there are some serious disadvantages of monotonic reasoning. We cannot represent the real world scenarios with monotonic reasoning. Hypothesis knowledge cannot be expressed with the monotonic reasoning, which means facts should be true. Since we can only derive conclusion from the old proof, so new knowledge from the real world can't be added. So these are certain disadvantages. Obviously some disadvantages are there. If you let us you put something that is a fact, but later on, the discoveries are going on, and that fact we get proved to be, false, then in that case, this is something what we call the disadvantage of monotonic reasoning. अगर कभी कोई आपके पास कोई फैक्ट है, लेकिन आज की डेट में वो फैक्ट है, लेकिन आने वाले टाइम में लेट अस सपोज कुछ हमें ऐसे प्रूफ, कंक्रीट प्रूफ मिल जाते हैं जिससे कि ये साबित हो जाता है कि जो आपने बोला है वो ट्रू नहीं था, तो ऐसे केस में मोनोटोनिक रीजनिंग जो है वो वैलिड नहीं रहती है. सो लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द लास्ट वन, द नॉन मोनोटोनिक रीजनिंग. In non-monotonic reasoning, some conclusion may be invalidated if we add some more information to our knowledge base. I think it is just opposite to the monotonic. That is what we call non-monotonic. So let's see the example. Birds can fly, pigeons can't fly. Pity is a bird. So from the above sentences, we can conclude that Pity can fly. So because earlier they said birds can fly, then penguins can't fly, then Pity is a bird. So Pity is a bird, so it means it can fly. So I think because penguins are also a sort of birds, but they can't fly, but it is added into the database. So this is how. So it has again its merits and demerits. Let's see its merits of non-monotonic reasoning. For real-world systems such as robot navigation, we can use non-monotonic reasoning. In non-monotonic reasoning, we can choose probabilistic facts or can make assumptions. And disadvantages of non-monotonic reasoning are, in non-monotonic reasoning, the old facts may be invalidated by the adding new sentences. It is just opposite to that of monotonic reasoning. It can't be used for theorem proving. So I hope everybody understand this. What are the reasoning and what are the types of the reasoning? So let me quickly give through a hint from here. डिडक्टिव रीजनिंग, जो कि हमारे पास कुछ थ्योरी होती है उससे हम प्रूव करते हैं स्टेटमेंट को. इंडक्टिव रीजनिंग, हमारी अपनी ऑब्जर्वेशन से हम किसी स्टेटमेंट को कंक्लूड करते हैं. एबडक्टिव रीजनिंग, जिसके अंदर आपके पास एक्सियम और फैक्ट्स होते हैं, एक्सियम और इम्प्लीकेशंस होती हैं और उसे आप कंक्लूड करते हो. दैट इज़ व्हाट वी कॉल एबडक्टिव. कॉमन सेंस, जो कि ह्यूरिस्टिक नॉलेज से होती है. मोनोटोनिक, जिसके अंदर अगर हम कुछ नया नॉलेज बेस ऐड करें तो वो उसको इफेक्ट ना करे डाटाबेस को. डाटाबेस में अगर हम कुछ नई नॉलेज ऐड कर रहे हैं तो वो उसके रीज़न को इफेक्ट नहीं कर रही है. और नॉन मोनोटोनिक के अंदर अगर हम डाटाबेस के अंदर कुछ ऐड कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारे रीजंस को भी इफेक्ट कर रही है. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द रीजनिंग. इफ एनीबडी हैव एनी प्रॉब्लम यू मे आस्क मी. यस, ओके. यश पंत, could you explain once again what are the types of the reasoning?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
just
Hello.
please explain. Yeah, explain.
Yes, sir. In deductive reasoning, sir, some sort of wo, some sort of equations are given, and from them we can conclude which have to be deduct, and then the ultimately final solution is,
Hmm.
सर फाइनल सॉल्यूशन आ जाएगा सर। वो इक्वेशन दे रखी होंगी उसमें पहले से ही,
Hmm.
सर उनमें से हम कुछ भी डिडक्ट करके हमारी
Hmm.
जो हमें निकालना है सर वो हो जाएगा उससे।
Hmm. ठीक है।
तो ऐसे डिडक्ट वो फिर आता है इंडक्टिव।
Hmm.
सर आपको एक बार वो दिखा देंगे मेरे को, मैं उसमें से देख के बताता हूँ आपको।
Okay,
जैसे
Okay. I'll ask Mohammed Asif. Mohammed Asif, can you explain all six?
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
The first one is deductive reasoning. In this, we actually deduct some new information from the theory we have, from the
Very good.
facts we have.
Very good.
Like हम कहते हैं कि all humans eats veggie, and if Suresh eats veggie, then we can say कि okay, he's a human.
Hmm.
The second one was inductive reasoning. In this, we arrive at some conclusion using some limited sets of facts. Like
No,
we
no,
have
no.
to, we have some observations.
Yeah. By our observation. Yes.
Yes, sir, we have some observations. Then we follow some pattern, and we have some historic data actually, on the behalf of which we conclude some reasoning. Third one was abductive reasoning. It starts with single or multiple observations, and then we find the most likely explanation conclusion for the observation. Like in this, we have implications and axiom,
Ah,
जिनसे हम
yes.
रीजनिंग निकालते हैं.
Good.
Like हम कहते हैं कि cricket आप ground is wet if it would be raining, and axiom is like cricket ground is wet, the conclusion would be yes, it was raining.
Right. Very good.
Fourth one is common sense reasoning. It comes from the heuristic nature of the human. We can
Yeah.
say like the simple events that occurs in a daily life.
Hmm.
Like if the hand is burning, then I can feel pain. So
Yeah.
it is common sense reasoning. Fifth one was monotonic reasoning. In this, once the conclusion is taken, it won't affect it if some new knowledge base is added to it. Then existing जो हमारा पिछला नॉलेज था, कंक्लूजन था, इट वॉन्ट अफेक्ट. लाइक इफ
Hmm.
यू आर सेइंग द अर्थ इज रोटेटिंग अराउंड सन एंड मून इज रोटेटिंग अराउंड अर्थ, तो प्रीवियस वाला हमारा चेंज नहीं होगा, अर्थ इज स्टिल रोटेटिंग अराउंड द सन.
Very good.
It has some advantages like it always remain valid whatever the new facts are to be taken, and
Hmm.
it has some disadvantages that we can't express the real world scenarios problem in this. We
Hmm.
can't express the hypothesis.
Hmm.
It should be a fact. The
Hmm.
last one is non-monotonic reasoning. It is quite opposite to the monotonic reasoning. It's जो हमारा पिछला valid reasoning था, it can be changed if we add some new facts in the
Hmm.
knowledge.
Hmm.
Then the conclusion would be changed. So it is non-monotonic reasoning.
Very good. Very good. I hope everybody understand this. तो यश आपको समझ में आ गया बेटा एक बारी ये ऑल.
यस सर।
Okay, so let me stop recording here. Let me